where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence. There is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is a curious listener. Here she is, Chris.
Alrighty then. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. It's got to be Monday. If it's Monday, then it's Monday. Okay. There's this guy. Is it Chuck Todd or something? He starts his shows off every time. If it's Monday, blah 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 blah. Okay. Monday, November 12th. Some people had a long weekend for Veterans Day, and here in Canada, Remembrance Day. So for everybody that was honoring that and respecting the day, then good on you. Good on you. Never forget that stuff, right? Never forget. Alea Dawn is here after much anticipated whole summer off. And then, like a whole summer off, the much anticipated return of Alea Dawn started 2 or 3 months ago. And it's just been a little bit of chaos between then and now. And so here back for the first time since maybe May or something even. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look. It has been a day, as they say in the South, I think. So, as some of them say in the South. And so anyway, Alea Dawn's here. Just to quickly let you know what else is coming up, and then I will tell you a little bit about Alea, and then we will bring Alea on. Tomorrow, Melissa Bruce is here. Wednesday, Kathleen Moore. Thursday, we're off. Friday, Salva Dutton. Saturday, Kimber. And then Sunday, Monday, Sunday. The day after Saturday, Nick Fox is here. And then that Monday is a week from today, Diana Monroe. So, there you go. That's what's coming up. Alea Dawn, for anybody been living under a rock, is the founder of the KERA Center. She's a 4th-generation professional certified medium, certified aura reader. She's a dream coach. She's a tutor. I call instructor. Whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. How do they say labels are for jars or something like that? She's been a student and a teacher, really, as most of us are, but much more formally. A student and a teacher for many years in these all things metaphysical, essentially, some things paranormal. Woo! And anyway, she's really quite a committed person towards helping people with their spiritual development and particularly mediumship, developing those abilities, those skills or abilities that really most people have hiding somewhere, but not everybody can so easily and readily tap in, or they're so easily and readily tapped in that they're completely unaware and oblivious to the fact that so much of what they say or do is channeled and not really them. And so I'm all like, hey, I want to take some credit for some smart thing I might have said one day. You know what I mean? But I always joke and say, well, I can never tell. And so the only way I have to tell whether I'm being psychic at a moment or just being me is the smart stuff must be that I'm being psychic, and then stupid stuff is mine, entirely mine. And so anyway, Alea does a lot of teaching and helping and has done so for a long, long time to help people to develop those skills, as I said. So anyhow, let's go find out. Let me find out if there's any new contact info or if everything's still the same. But for sure, go find Alea at facebook.com/medium Alea Dawn. And let's go get Alea and find out about the KERA Center. What's going on? Hello, Alea. Long time.
Oh
my God.
Hi.
How are you? So now it's like it was springtime when last we spoke, and and so now we're up to our armpits in snow, and and here you are already.
Yeah.
So tell us what's been going on. I know you've had quite a journey, I think.
We did. Well, so in May, we decided that we were going, and it was May. It was actually May the last time that we did this, because it was the end of May that we decided to go on a journey. We were going to head towards California. I was going to go that location independent, and so we took off for our journey, and I think we got as far as Michigan, and we kept getting brought back to North Carolina. It was like one thing after the other kept bringing us back, and we never really got to go that far out. And I said, started having dreams about coming back home, and I said, I think I'm going to go home for me. Like, my original home is Massachusetts, and so I kept having dreams about going back to Massachusetts, going back to Maine.
Okay.
And I said, you know what, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go back and just go visit. And then when we started coming up here, I was like, no, I want to live there for a little while. I want to spend some time, get reconnected to my roots. And my aunt was like, I have a house open for rent. And so here we are. And that is why we moved here in August.
Wow.
We were trying to get settled. Yeah. So we were trying to get settled. That's why that was like, and then I got sick in October. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Then you got sick. I know that didn't help things at all, did it?
No. No, but it's been kind of a wild journey. It's been a good one, though. It's been we did a lot of
Well, I think I think for you, like it just you had as adventurous as your mundane or physical experiences have been. I think you probably had some kind of spiritual, not even spiritual / emotional / personal growth period yourself.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of that opportunity was amazing because we got really reconnected with nature. We decided to do a lot of like camping and just being out in nature and getting just reconnected to some grounding, and it opened me up in a lot of different ways, and it shifted my life in such a massive way that I'm so thankful for the opportunity. But I also am thankful. Yeah, I'm also thankful for being grounded again in a house, because I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this location independent, and I was like, I'm going to do this for a year, and then we did it for like 3 months, and I was like, okay, I'm done now.
Right.
But at the same time, it was really. It was really good for my soul,
Yeah.
We got to see a lot of different
that was
things.
the word. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah.
It was.
Awesome.
And
that's awesome.
Brian and I, we healed a lot of our relationship, and so there's been a lot of good things that have happened and come out of it.
Well,
so
that is good. That is great. Yeah. That's good. And here you are back in the saddle. Now, so what, is everything still okay with the KERA Center and all of that, or update me? What's going on?
I don't know if you've noticed, but the KERA Center's sort of been on a hiatus.
Yes, I have.
One of the things that has happened for me, and especially in that journey, is my spirit guides have been sort of taking me in a different direction, and I've been open to the little life path of changing and working with people more one-on-one, coaching, and really helping people to sort of step into not only just it's the psychic development, the spiritual development, and but moving them past their fears, stepping up into roles that where people. The world's becoming more awakened, and I think people are having more. Not paranormal, but spiritual experiences, spiritual awakenings and awareness. And people's gifts. They're connecting to their gifts in a different way, and they want to share their experiences, you know. And I think it's been, for me, like, in order to, like, sort of help navigate them into their more story is sort of where I've been headed. And the KERA Center sort of, like, I've not said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and close it all down right now. I'm just sort of seeing where this direction takes me, and I'm letting the chips fall as they may. I'm just allowing Spirit to guide me through this process right now. So the KERA Center is still alive. It's just on a break right now because I'm trying to see where the direction is, you know?
Right. No, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I mean, a person needs to, you know, take good planning for, it's like if you were lost out in the woods or something, you know what I mean? Like you're going to sit and you come across some crude map or something, you're going to like sit and take a bit of time to study where the hell you are in that map, you know, and all that, and not just like rush through it. So
exactly.
That's, you know, that's good. I mean, that's the kind of thing that should be done, you know, without rushing.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Good. Oh, that's awesome. And you're doing a lot of, people can keep up with you also on your, well, I haven't seen any recently, but you were doing quite a number of Facebook Live or whatever they call that. What do they call that?
Every day. Yeah, Facebook Live. I'm pretty much on there every day.
Okay, there you go. I haven't been noticing. Sometimes, you know, there you go with Facebook. I can't ever figure out like, there's no consistency, right? Like, so sometimes I get, like, such a person is having, and you get a little pop-up, and usually it's at an inopportune time in the first place, but there it is. And now I haven't seen one pop up in a long while, so that's why I don't know who, you know. Yeah.
It's the algorithm. Facebook has created such a tight algorithm that, like, there's been a lot of people, like, tonight I did this little post, and, like, a lot of people, like, that I haven't talked to in, like, years are popping up, and I'm like, oh, my God, you know? It's just like... So
they cycled it to the next group then or something. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy.
That's not cool. Like, if I say something should be going to my effing friends, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then it should go to my effing friends.
Exactly.
Not if they happen to be in Group D, and now it's Group D's turn to receive the update alerts or notifications.
Exactly.
I don't really do Facebook. You know, if it weren't for that, I use it to post the show. I wouldn't be using it. You know what I mean, at all. And but anyway, so that's good. That's now, did you get any chance to go, like, crystal hunt, you know, rock hunting, crystal hunting, anything like that along your way?
We did. We went to a couple of different places. We found some really cool places, but I mean, nothing that was like, it was so weird, Chris, because it was like we found some beautiful places. I mean, we have traveled, and, like, West Virginia was so massive. It was such a massive trip for me in West Virginia because it was so beautiful. And then we went to Michigan. We spent some time in Michigan, and we spent some time in Ohio. We found some crystals there. There was a beautiful crystal place.
Oh, yeah.
Caves over there. But we didn't really do, we did more. It was more just about the expansion and meeting people and reaching out. So, I mean, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. But
that is good.
It was like, Yeah.
So along the way, did you meet anybody that you'd met, like, you know, through any of your online, you know, teaching, any of your students? Like, I mean, did you have any pit stops along the way?
Met 2 people.
That's good.
2 people. That was it.
That's good. And I always, you know, I think it's kind of neat when, like, how many of us have known each other for so many years already online, you know what I mean?
I know.
It's like you feel like, you know, like you feel like,
your best friend,
you know what I mean? And, you know, like part of your community or whatever, people that are part of your community or your family or whatever, you know. Just that we, you know, I guess we're in a unique, you know, sort of position because, like, people our age and um, people our age,
For sure.
because we know a time before this technology. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
you either basically connected in person or you know. We thought, remember, it was the coolest when answering machines would come out. You know what I mean? And you'd come home from being away, and what would you do? Go like run to the answering machine to see did anybody call you. You know, and now we're in the era of, you know, like everything is being done online. Like
Exactly.
seriously, right? They legalized
Yeah.
marijuana. They legalized marijuana here in Canada since we last spoke.
Heard.
And you can buy that stuff online for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Now
I
you can
know.
even shop for your pot online. Seriously.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And so we're coming from, like, there's kids that grow up, like, I'm thinking about this show, even The Walking Dead. Like, they've now taken a time jump, a significant time jump in the show. And so now it's quite a number of years later. And and the little girl that was born basically on the show, you know what I mean? She's like now 11 or something years old in the show. So this talking about, like, that child within the parameters of that storyline has only ever known the zombies that exist.
Exactly.
Right? Whereas somebody that would be like 16 or 18 years old had half their life without zombies and half their life with zombies. And so it's a different adjustment period for them, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Is like a lot of this stuff for us is, you know, and never mind, there's those that are older than us who, you know, maybe once upon a time, so who have gone from horse-drawn carriages all the way to landing on the moon and beyond. You know what I mean? And covering that much technological progress, and how does everybody adjust? But then when you stop and you think and you go, like, all the ones born after it started, they don't got nothing they need to adjust to, right?
Exactly.
Because that's what they were born into. So it's not, for this character on this show, like, zombies are not anything other than something she's known all her life, and so it's not the same for her that it would be for some other kid. You know what I mean? And so, anyway, how the hell did we get talking about that?
I don't know. I don't know.
So you see, I've been. Go ahead. Yeah, say.
I was going to say, I will tell you, I remember, like, growing up, like, the big thing for me as a teenager was when I got my own phone number in my own room. Like, that was, like, so cool.
Wow. I never got that. I did. So
I was so special.
Deprived. But no, and then, like, remember the cell phones that were, like, half the length of your arm, the first cell phones that came? And,
you know, like Pretty Woman, like when she had that big old cell phone and then everyone had one.
Yes, exactly right. And so we have come a heck of a long way.
We have.
Anyway.
Yeah, we have.
So now you're planning on staying there for a while, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna stay here for a while. We're gonna I have a lot of reconnection to do, you know, and so I'm going to reconnect with family and planning on just, like, staying here through the winter. I want to have a white Christmas. I've not seen a snow Christmas in 55 years. So I want to have a white Christmas. I want to.
Nice for you. Well, that's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. And we're up here, like, my backyard is the White Mountains. Like, I can look out my backyard and see the White Mountains. So it's like, it's so beautiful. And so I think we're going to do some retreat stuff here in June. I guess there's some baths and things like that. So, you know, the really cold water, the little cold Arctic baths, and so we're going to do some of that.
Arctic. She's like talking Arctic. Oh my gosh! Like, you're north, but you're not that north. Come on.
No, it's pretty north. It's pretty cold.
That is so funny.
Oh. Yeah, the winters get about, they say you can expect like, for it to be like 10 to 20 below in the wintertime. So we're up here pretty much in the upper United States. So it gets pretty cold.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mhm.
But you're not Arctic.
Well, not Arctic, but
I'm teasing you. You guys are probably, well, though you could be situated in such a place that the Arctic blast and the Arctic freeze and we had a weather guy, he'd be like, the dreaded of all dreaded, how did he say it? The dreaded of all dreaded, phenomenon, and then what was it? The Siberian high, and he would bang his stick on the ground. It's like the dreaded of all dreaded meteorological phenomenon, the Siberian high. And so maybe if the Siberian high strings down some cold weather, you'll know you'll know what Arctic is. But good for you. I mean, I never did understand people that wanted to have or that had to have a white Christmas, because I'm pretty tired of it myself. But but at the same time, I do acknowledge that it would be kind of strange for me to be, one time in my life I was at a place where I was at like Disneyland, you know what I mean, at Christmas time, and it was like it was like weird seeing like with palm trees and stuff like that, you know what I mean, and we're like Christmas Day, we go out with our brand new, what the hell did they call those crazy carpets? Remember the crazy carpets? Did you guys have crazy carpets? Oh, well, you grew up where it was not like a snow thing. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in snow? Crazy carpet. I grew up
I grew up in Massachusetts, so we had snow. And then we moved to North Carolina. I was there for 30 years. So we didn't have snow.
So a crazy carpet is like it's all rolled up. It's like a hard plastic that's rolled up, and you unroll it like that, and you lay on it and go sliding down hills.
Oh.
And so it's a light and portable little. Yeah.
I think we call them toboggans.
Well, no, there's a big difference though. Too bad that you're not on. Yeah, a huge toboggan is like a wooden thing that has a curved front. To basically shield the snow. That's like a wooden thing, and a crazy carpet was just like made out of hard plastic, thin, hard plastic. Trying to think of like what kind of plastic to make you think.
I know what you're talking about, though. I do know what you're talking about. I can see it.
Yeah. Those were crazy. So, but anyways, to say like that, we would always be getting something that would be able to be used outside in the snow. You know what I mean? And and so we were totally foreign to be at a place where there was no snow. But never mind that, it's like these strange looking trees and everything like that, right? And so but I'm glad. I'm like Kathy from Kathy's Distant Echoes was another one that was always like all she cared, like if she could have, she loved the snow, you know what I mean? Loved the snow, and she didn't live where there was a lot of snow, right? And so she would like over the moon every now and then when every now and then it would snow, you know what I mean? That would that would make her day kind of thing. And
that's
so
me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear.
You're not the only one. Mm-hmm. Not by a long shot. So that's good. So you're gonna still make moving forward, making some kind of decision about what to do with
KERA,
KERA Center, or here's a thought, right? I just channeled this. I don't know, but anyway, you could give strong, you had a good group of students come up behind you and help you and all of that, and that and so that if their interest is in continuing on with it, where that's not necessarily your thing, you can always, even if for a nominal fee, you know what I mean, do an official proper legal sale of the center, and then let them run with the ball,
Yeah,
I mean,
I did try that, and I think, I don't know. So that was an effort that was tried.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I still love KERA. She's my baby. It's not something I'm ready to get rid of. It's just like I gotta find a direction for it. I gotta find the right direction for it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I think you were gonna. Yeah, because as anything, I think that perhaps there's a, ongoing shift of what, and I hate using that word shift in kind of a discussion, and I don't mean it in that way, but it seems to me like that there is this expanding, changing,
what is shifting?
Connection, understanding, connection. There's this period, this little phase of time here that seems like there's new discovery about to be made and things like that, and this is like almost like it's like on The Amazing Race. Do you know that show? So they do each leg of the race, and so once they get to the leg of that race, there's a rest period for them.
Right, exactly.
And then off they go again. You know what I mean? To the next destination that they might not know right at this moment what even that is. And so so it feels in general like that way. It's almost as though some cycle has come to an end. You know what I mean? And
that's why it sort of is a shift. I mean, it is a little
like
bit
about it's been about a 10-year cycle or something. Yeah, and so a lot of people seem to be. I'm going to ask, if I remember, Melissa Bruce tomorrow if there's any, because sometimes some of the astrological events out there, you know what I mean, they'll carry out over a number of years. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so, so I wonder if there's any astrological thing that has, been around for about 10 years that's ending or something, because it seems that there's a pivot here, and it'll be interesting to see where things lead everybody.
Exactly. But we're in this 11/11 portal right now. We're in it for about 11 days. So we're in this 11/11 portal until the 22nd of November, and then the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde happens on 11/16. So we have a lot of, right now, there's a lot of energy, a lot of energy. And people are feeling it in so many crazy ways. People are not getting sleep, but all they're wanting to do is sleep. There's been a lot of stomach issues, and it's just the way that there's so much energy. I don't know, it's almost like there's so much energy that people are feeling ungrounded, they're releasing, there's a lot of tears, a lot of emotional stuff going on. But this is such an amazing time right now, because it's also about manifesting and moving into the future and seeing those cycles come out of the new. And they talk about it being the next 8 years, you need to be focusing on the next 8 years. So it does feel like there's an end to a cycle, and this begins sort of a new cycle. That makes sense to me. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Interesting. And I say that because you're not in the chat room, and so just so that Diane knows in the chat room, that Alea Dawn can't see the chat room.
Right.
Before you had said that, she said 8-year cycle. Yep, true. She said that before you said the 8-year thing.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And so she said that, and so I just wanted to let Diane know, she's not reading that from the chat. She's on just the telephone. She's hanging on the telephone. And so that's kind of cool. There you go. You just proved your psychicness right there.
Yes.
Right there. I like that. That's cool. And so anyway, so how was your Halloween? You always used to amp up about Halloween, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We didn't do much this year, though, did we? No, we didn't. We actually, I did some for my groups. I do have some groups that I'm working with right now. I have a program called Invoked, and so we did a ritual for them. We did but we didn't really. Outside of that, we just chilled. We absolutely just chilled. I mean, we had been going. I think we had a little altar. We did, we did a little spell, and other than that, we sort of just it was just relaxed,
Nice.
We did some
good.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good. So Dot's batting down the hatches for winter, hey?
Yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. I'm so excited, Chris.
Get the shovel out and get it ready.
Yeah, right.
I mean, in the good old days, I was so upset, it was so funny in a way, but so unfunny. It was probably, I want to say, maybe 7 years ago. And I was doing my show still back then, and it was a particularly snowy winter. Mm-hmm. And so I had gone out and bought a brand new shovel. In fact, it's probably closer to 10 years because it feels like it was right after I left my last job, maybe the next winter or something like that. And I was going to go get the really great shovel and ergonomic and all this kind of stuff. And so I buy this brand new shovel, which wasn't cheap, right? And so then so that winter it snows forever, And so I go out and, just for ease of use, we usually just leave a shovel outside on the front there, and we being the people in this community, in this condo development area, right? And so anyhow, as I go out there, and no, I was actually driving up when I noticed it. I think I was coming home from shopping or groceries or something, and my shovel's gone. Oh my God! Somebody stole my effing shovel. It can't get any lower that in the middle of winter you will steal a northern Alberta person's shovel from them.
Oh my God!
And so now I have to bring my freaking shovel inside every day when I use it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's just you can't even trust to leave your effing shovel outside anymore. You know?
Oh my God, yeah.
Seriously, that's outrageous. But that's hitting somebody. That's hitting somebody pretty damn low. If you really want to hurt somebody, steal their shovel in the middle of winter.
Wow.
Seriously, that's a serious bummer right there. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's see if we have one caller. Mary Margaret, are you just listening, or do you want to come for a reading after the break? I'm just wondering, just to make some time management, I'll bet you any money that the anonymous person is I shouldn't say bet you any money. It's a good guess that the anonymous caller is probably Queen. That's going to be my guess. And just listening. Okay, so it looks like we're only going to have one caller. And so let's see, we got what we normally go. So we have about 10 minutes before the top of the hour when we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and take the caller, just so the caller knows that. Unless it's Queen, in which case Queen knows perfectly well how this is all going to go down, and so it's all good. So you said Ohio. I wish you could really see. I really wish you could see the chat room, because I'm on the video and that, and I have the most amazing little crystal ball / geode, half crystal ball, half geode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost I don't know if I don't think you've seen this yet, and it's like you would die to see it. And you remind me because Kathleen is from Ohio, I guess, and so she comes up with the best, crystals, rocks, stones, you name it, right? She comes up with the best. And so it must be something about Ohio. What's it about Ohio?
I don't know, but we found Ohio's got some really cool stuff. Brian and I really loved Ohio. To be honest with you, I mean, all the states that we saw, we loved Ohio, and it's got a lot of caverns and a lot of it has a lot of crystal caves and things of that nature. So there was a lot of beautiful spaces in Ohio. It's just unbelievable. Like, I never thought about Ohio having that, but we loved it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I just wonder if there's something, is there some kind of out of the ordinary fascination that is there some more people per capita in Ohio love stones and crystals, or what is it? You know what I mean?
I'm racking my brain trying to remember where we went, and I'll probably remember it as soon as we hang up the phone. But
right.
Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But it was just amazing. I mean, we got the most beautiful pictures there. And my son is actually in Ohio right now, which is kind of funny. He's got a girlfriend in Ohio. And he was the one who was like, Mom, you got to go see this. And so he's actually there now. He's visiting with his girl. So I'm going to have to remember. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, that's okay. So anyway, next time you're on or something, if you're able to come into the chat room, I'll show you this most awesome. You'll be so oh my goodness, you'll be so jealous.
I love it.
My camera went flying on me somehow. Okay. Is that good? Okay. All right, there we go. Now I have to reposition. Okay, that's strange. Okay. What was I saying now? That totally distracted me, having my camera fly all over the place.
I don't know, we were talking about Ohio.
Yeah, right, Ohio. Oh yeah, I want to show you. You'll be so jealous when you see this thing. You'll be so jealous.
I'm gonna have to see it.
The beautiful thing is I can turn it around. I could probably send you a picture into into your Facebook of it. But in fact, let me see. It's agate almost on the outside, it's very, and there's lots of stripes through it and everything, and then it's almost in the shape of a Pac-Man, if you know what I mean, hey? And so then cool. the open mouth part is all geode crystal inside, you know what I mean? And then on the outside it's all polished, and so I can turn it around that way and still use it as a functional crystal ball, you know what I mean? And at the same time, look, it can become a beautiful ornament.
Love it. I love it.
The other, it's so cool. Anyway, it's a beauty. Yeah, I'm just where in Ohio were you?
Oh, where were we in Ohio? See, I'm bad. We started in Cleveland. We weren't really happy about Cleveland. Yeah, we weren't. No, we started there, and then we went into Scranton. Was it? No, it was Begin. Oh my God! They had a casino there. That I do remember, because we went and visited. Yeah. What's the name of it? That's why I want to put my phone. Oh my God, Chris, you got us caught off guard. I'm like, what?
Aha!
It was close to Michigan. That I do know. It was at Toledo.
Oh, Toledo.
Yeah, but on our way between Cleveland and Toledo, there was a place with the caverns, and I'm trying to remember the name of that. And that is the one that is what is stumping me right now. But Toledo, we ended up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Went to that cavern.
Yes, and it was on the way to Toledo, and I just cannot remember
We'll get one of our crack Curious Times listeners to Google it. I'm like freezing up on my browser.
God.
My browser's entirely frozen.
Yeah.
And, anyway, they'll get us the answer. They always do.
I'll get it.
Find us the name of the.
Oh my God.
The single. Find us the name of the. What do you call it?
It's caverns. It was like
caverns. Okay, so is it like a crystal cavern?
Yes.
Ohio.
Oh my God, it's going to drive me crazy.
Don't worry, we're going to get the freaking answer right now. Don't make me come down there. Don't make me come down. Okay. Okay. So let's see. I just simply typed into the Crystal Cave. Welcome to Heineman's Wine. Oh, okay. Crystal Cave. Put in Bay, Ohio. Ohio Caverns. About the caverns. Ohio Caverns? I bet you that. No?
No.
Okay. Hang on. They might list a bunch of different ones here done. Let's see. Concealed beneath, about Ohio Caverns. Concealed beneath the rolling farmland and wooded countryside of Champaign County, Ohio. The caverns were formed thousands of years ago. Okay. Find it. We'll find it. Put in Bay 11 explorable caves in Ohio. Would you call it a cave?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. There's 11 of them. I'll name them. You go true or false.
Oh my God.
Okay. Because we're going to find it. Because if you're like me, the answer's in your head. You know what I mean?
It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I'm like, oh my God, my ADD
the answer's there.
Like...
So when you hear it, so Ohio Caverns in West Liberty, Ohio.
Nope.
Okay.
That ain't it.
Then there's Seneca Caverns in Bellevue, Ohio.
No, that's not it.
And then there's Old Man's Cave in Hocking Hills State Park.
No.
And then there's Olentangy Indian Caverns, Delaware, Ohio.
No.
Ash Cave, Hocking Hills State Park.
Nope.
Saltpeter Cave in Laurel Township, Ohio.
Nope.
Zane Shawnee Caverns, Jefferson Township, Ohio.
Nope.
Okay, Rock House, ROCH, Rock House in Logan, Ohio.
No.
Indian Trail Caverns and Sheridan Cave, Vanloo, Ohio.
No.
Okay. Perry's Cave in Put-in Bay, Ohio. Perry's Cave.
No.
Okay. Crystal Cave, Put-in Bay, Ohio.
That might be it.
Just a Crystal Cave. It's just Crystal Cave, Put-in Bay, Ohio. You would remember if you were in a place called Put-in Bay, Ohio.
I wasn't. The Crystal Cave sort of like rings a bell, but not Put-in Bay, Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, not Put-in Bay, Ohio. Hocking Hills. Yeah, I said the Hocking Hills and
it's not
Hockinville. No. Yeah, Kathleen. Oh, Jesus, we have a mystery to solve.
I got my son on it. I'm like, go find it. I can't remember the name of where we were.
Yeah. You should. Surely to God, you have a freaking.
I swear to God, I'm gonna hang up the phone and be like, oh my God, that was it.
Yes, I know. At 3:00, Wagner.
No.
Crystal Mines. No. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. We're gonna take a song break, and then we're gonna go and get that reading for that anonymous person, and then if we don't have much more going on, we'll call it an early night. You know what I mean? But
sounds good.
Then we'll go, and so let's find something. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you so that you can go ahead and do anything you want to right now. It's like, get me that answer, and all that kind of thing, and then I will look for a song to play. Philadelphia Freedom. I haven't heard it in a while. Let's see, what else is there? Guns N' Roses, Paradise City. Don't feel like Guns N' Roses. Key to the Night. It's too. Oh, I love that song, but I'm not going to play it. King of Swing. Who's that? Oh, Bad Voodoo Daddy. Laura Branigan. Zeppelin. The Battle of Evermore. Here, let's do this. The Battle of Evermore. Zepp. Led Zepp.
Are you looking for a place to meet like-minded people? Are you a metaphysical practitioner, psychic, medium, or healer, or all of the above? We've got a place for you. IntuiTalks.com. Join for free, listen to spiritual radio shows, get a free website, watch and participate in classes, and so much more. Join the old spirituals, all on the One Roof Network, www.IntuiTalks.com.
All right, we are back. And let me see if our caller queue has changed at all as soon as my browser becomes unfrozen. No, still just... Hi, Rachel. How are you? Nice to see you. If you wanted to get a reading, you should get in queue now, Rachel. We will take the two calls if you call, and then we'll probably give Alea a little rest because she's been off the show for so long. I just built a brand new coil, like a new for my e-cigarette, and it fired for a little bit. Now it's telling me 0. So I have like an electronic cigarette crisis unfolding right before my very eyes. So let me see, it's still red. Oh, there now, it's registering something. Let me just take one quick moment to make sure no wires are touching where they shouldn't touch. No, it looks good. Looks good. Okay, well, let's hope it works then. All right, so we are back, of course, with Alea Dawn, and catching up with her in the first segment was a lot of fun. It's been a long while since we got a chance to yak with Alea, and so it was nice just to catch up. And she gets to have snow and everything, so there you go. You can see anybody there, like if you're not happy where you're at or you want something that isn't where you're at, go to where it's at. Just get up and go. Do it. Just do it. What are you doing being held back? You know what I mean? Just go do it. Damn it. Okay. So Rachel is in queue. That's great. Let's bring Alea back on. Hello, Alea.
Hello.
All right, so we have 2 callers for you. Are you good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it the old college try then. And I don't know if this is Queen, but we're about to find out. Hello, anonymous caller.
This is Queen. You should have made the bet.
I should have made the bet. So first, I would have had to have somebody take me up on that bet. You know what I mean? So welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
How you been? How you
Doing
been?
good. Doing okay. I was like hearing like Alea talk about how it was going to be snowing soon, and I'm all like going, it's been 2 months here. And so I'm all like, oh my God. I wish I could be complaining that it was actually, she's welcoming it. She's getting ready to welcome and excitedly receive the said snow. And
that is
so anyway,
well.
Yeah.
That is well if it's coming. I assume that you got you another shovel.
What's it? Do you remember that? Were you here back then?
I heard you. I was listening.
Yeah, no, I know, but do you remember it from real life when it happened? Were you more recent than that? Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
I probably was around when it happened. I probably just wasn't on that show or didn't think it was noteworthy to hold in my memory banks until this morning.
Oh my God. She did not think that. Oh my God. It's like the worst thing you could ever do in the whole wide world to somebody is take their shovel in the middle of winter when it's like snowing a foot a night, you know what I mean? And so anyway. So what do you got? What do you got on top there for Alea? What did you have a question or?
I probably could come up with one, but my response to what you said was that was cold for that person to do that.
Excuse the pun and pun intended. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Hi, Alea. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I am a sweetheart. I love it. That works for me.
Okay. I actually pulled a card for you.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? All right. Great.
I can. I can. I pulled, as you were talking to Chris, someone just told me to pick up I have a beautiful oracle deck, and I wish I'm missing so much by being on this phone and not being in the chat with you guys. But I have this beautiful deck of cards. It's called the Zodiac Reading Cards, and they were sitting by my side here, and I was like, I think as you were talking, I was going to pick up a card and just start shuffling, and a card fell out deck. So I'm just going to kind of go with it if it's okay with you.
Oh, please do. Be my guest.
Okay. So the card that I got for you is Sun in Libra, and
what?
Sun in Libra. Sun in Libra.
Okay. Got it. Okay. It's the zodiac.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So the base of this card, the base meaning of this card is about harmony, right? It's about enjoying life with music, love, and romance. And for me, as I'm feeling into this card and just sort of stepping into this card, as I'm looking at the card, I wish you could look at it with me. But there's this beautiful red rose, which is always a symbol of love, and then there's these two swans, and they're intermingled, and they're on the water, and there's just there's all this passion. And for me, when I'm feeling into the cards, it's something about relationships is coming up. Are you single right now?
Yes.
Okay. Are you looking to not be single anymore?
I have moments.
Okay, because for me, as I'm sitting in this, just sitting in the energy of this card, right? Seeing the water calm, seeing the sun blazing, seeing this beautiful blue sky, and everything just looks like it's in complete, total harmony. I feel like there is, and I don't know why this is coming up, because even before I pulled the card, I felt there was something to do with romance, something to do with love in the air, something to do with relationships. And it's about finding that harmony. It's about finding that balance and finding the love. And I don't know, there's something coming up around falling in love. So I don't know if there's something, I don't know if you sort of have a protection around your heart, if you sort of have your heart protected, and maybe there's some fear in relation to falling back in love or entering into a relationship, or maybe the relationships in your life have sort of just come up short a little bit, and they're not measuring up to what you sort of see for yourself for love. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense.
So to me, this feels like, I don't know what you've been doing, whether or not, it's been a couple months since I've connected with you guys. And so I don't know if you've been working on a lot of your self-love principles and working on your self-love and self-worth in that nature. But it feels like I've sort of opened myself up to begin to search for romance again, right? And it's like a big piece of my heart has healed. There's also a big piece of my heart that's kind of shying away from it. There's something shying away from it. But to me, this also falls in line, when I'm feeling into this card and just feeling into the energy of you, this also feels in line with, doing this thing, doing your thing and stepping into your roles and your careers and or your life path. Let's put it that way, your life purpose path, right? And it's about doing things in a passionate nature, opening up the solar plexus and just allowing the solar plexus to sort of heal and be present. And because that whole area is about passion. It's not just about romance and sensuality. The two of them sort of go hand in hand, and it's about just sort of opening up the sacral and saying, okay, I'm going to let the sacral sort of take charge. I'm going to let myself fall into passion. I'm going to let myself fall into love. I'm going to see the sensualities and romance around all things, right? Does that make sense?
It's making sense.
So I feel like there is love in the air for you. It's just this is what keeps coming into mind is love in the air, love in the air, love in the air. Is there somebody that you're interested in now?
know.
Hello.
What happened? We lost her? No. Oh, she got muted. Hang on. I don't know how that happened. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
After the word no, you said no, and then we lost you, Queen.
Well, I'll try to pick up that thread. You know, as you were talking, I was feeling. Well, I will say that I have been working on more self-love, and in terms of passion, I found a new passion. I always find something that I like or want to dabble into, but I found a passion in writing, so I have the passion. And in terms of relationships, when you asked me that, I said no, but you know, I'm really seeking a deeper relationship with Spirit, the First Mother, the Creator of all. That's the relationship that I really want to open my heart up to. And with all of that, everything else comes. So that's what I am ultimately, even though I vacillate and, you know, fall back into old patterns, that's where everything else will come. So I will say that is the relationship that I am seeking.
Okay. So, you know, when we start opening up our passions, when we start stepping into our passions, and we're like really working on our passions. And you said you found a new passion in writing. That can release a lot. It can release a lot and allow open paths to come to us. I think you've got a deep relationship with Source. I think that part of it is always going to be ever constant for you and ever growing for you and ever moving for you. I think that is always going to be a path that feels right for you, right? In terms of like love, I want to say it might smack you up against the side of the cheek and be like, here I am, because it feels very strongly that it's in the air. It feels very strongly that it's around your presence. It feels very strongly that your path is opened up to allow love to come in, right? And I mean of this earth. I mean, you know, relationships, physical relationships, right? Because the other stuff I think you're already on the path on. I mean, I don't think that you're separated from that. To me, it feels like you are already sort of in that role and in that path and moving forward in that. Our relationship with Source is always ever constant, always ever growing, always ever changing, and always ever elevating, right? But for me, this feels like there is another being that, and maybe this is someone that you can celebrate things together, because it feels really like your life path is moving into harmony. It feels like, and you know, writing is such a powerful opening for manifestation. And if you've been finding yourself writing and journaling quite a bit, you may have opened up paths to love that you may not even realize, you know, that maybe you so deserve. And maybe will be on the other side of this something that you will very much appreciate and very much be excited about. Because to me, this feels like a partnership that is fun, exciting, new, right? And it feels like it's going to take you by surprise. So I just want you to be like, I want you to be open, because I think as you're deepening your connection to Source, I think Source on the other side is working things out for you. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, and the writing definitely is a portal openers. And when you were saying love is exciting and new, I thought about the love boat.
I know, I was thinking the same thing. I know, that's twice tonight. Because what did she say to you earlier on? And it was like, I was going to sing the song, and I'm like, so that's twice in one.
Love is in the air.
Yeah. Was it Love is in the Air? Was that the one? Yeah.
That was it.
Yes, she did say that. She did say that.
Yeah. Okay. I will now shut up.
And that's Libra too. You said Libra, right? So Libra is an air sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at there. Oh my God, that's wild. Okay, so are you going on a cruise anytime soon? Maybe they do that to be funny. Like, maybe they put that in my head to be funny, right? I mean, sometimes the weirdest things can come about. So take note of it. Like, if you thought Love Boat, I wasn't even thinking of Love Boat until you said it, and I was like, oh my God, love is in the air.
Yeah, that's what you said. Love is exciting. It's going to be exciting and new. That brought the Love Boat in.
Yeah. So there's something there. So I just ask that you just sort of write it down. And just, I want to say continue on, because I really, you and I connected a long time ago. I remember talking to you probably 7 months ago. And you feel like there's been a lot of changes. Feels like there's been a lot of evolution for you and growth. But it feels, it feels like the self-love piece is really activated. That's what it feels like to me.
I can accept that and agree with that.
Did you lose your mom? Is your mom in spirit?
Yes.
Okay. I know that I remember actually connecting with your grandmother before, because she was just like this adorable little woman. But this woman doesn't feel like your grandmother. She feels stronger. Like, when I say stronger, like your grandmother was a strong woman, but when I say strong, I feel like when her presence came into a room, people knew it, right? Was your mom a little bit on the heavy set side?
Sometimes.
Okay. Very attractive. Very attractive. She shows, I don't know if maybe she was happier when she was heavier. And I mean, I'm not talking like obese. I'm just talking like a little extra heavy, right? Was your mom full of life?
Was she full of life?
Life,
yeah.
Was she?
Life.
Yeah.
That's a paradoxical question. I'm going to say, and you know, I can be a smart ass sometimes. And,
well, because I was thinking, well, mine was full of shit. I don't know about yours, but mine was full of shit.
There's a connection there too. But I was going to say, she said, was she full of life when she was living? So yeah, she was.
No. Okay. I mean, when I say that, I mean, she wasn't somebody who, like, to me, she feels like somebody who took advantage of life. Like, not, and I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, like, I see her shopping. I don't know why, but I see her shopping. And I don't know if she was the kind of woman, like, when she went out, she would, like, get all dressed up and put a hat on her head or something of that nature. But I see like a really pretty hat on her head. I see her out and about. I see her sort of very independent. Does that make sense?
I don't see her like that, but maybe when she was younger.
Okay.
Perhaps when she was younger, when I didn't know her.
I wonder what your mom I'm connecting with. I'm getting like an L name associated with her, almost like a Loretta kind of name.
You said L?
Yeah,
L. How about Ella?
Oh, well, I'm seeing L, and I heard Loretta, so that could be it. Is that your mom?
No, Ella, my grandmother.
Okay. So, was your grandmother the shopper? This woman's shopping. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing her shopping, but she's shopping. And she's got, like, really pretty hats on her head. Like, she liked to wear hats all the time, but she's got a really pretty hat on her head.
I'm seeing both of them, like, even before I was born, images of both of them, that they were sharp. I don't recall them, in my knowing them, being shoppers or dressing, in my opinion, now that's my taste, particularly fashionably when I
Yeah, well, that's what I'm seeing. Very, 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 very fashionable. I'm also seeing, I don't know why, but I'm getting images of almost like New York City, right? So I'm almost like seeing images like a city. So this is like, to me, like women who have been, would have been sort of like they would have known the city. They would have been street smart or just more into community is what I'm seeing. I don't know, but because I'm also hearing sort of removed from it, but not so far removed that they couldn't enter in. Does that make sense?
Okay, both of them were community, protectors and involved in the community in big ways.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived in a major city.
Okay.
I knew them.
Okay.
Street smarts, though, I would question. I would question the street smarts. But what do I know on that?
They feel very confident to me. I feel like I'm in the presence of independent women. Very confident, very, very. Were they in the church? Was church a big deal to your grandmother especially?
They both were. They both played a part in the church.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm seeing. Was your grandmother smaller than your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. I see them arm in arm. I see them locked in arms, and it's like they're walking, and they're and maybe they're showing up for you in this way, in this independent kind of way. Just know that they're with you, that their love is there with you. They're smiling. It's like they're smiling. It's almost like they sort of know what's getting ready to happen here. This little side swipe of love is in the air kind of thing. I can't let go of it. It's there. Just know that they're there to support you and love you. Okay. I see them. I don't know if they would lock in arm, but I see them arm in arm together, sort of walking. Your mother looks young. Your mother looks young, and I don't know if your mom was sick for a while, but I feel like what she's trying to show me is that she's back in a state where she feels youthful and feels young. She's in a good place. I want you to know that. It just feels like she's in a great place. And she's showing herself as youthful again. Does that make sense?
It makes sense because as you were speaking of them, I was feeling and sensing that this was when they were both younger, and that would have been when they would have walked more arm in arm than when I was around.
Was your mom sick? Did she go through a sickness?
I would say yes. And both of them, you said they were both independent. Both of them accomplished things that are worthy of my attention in terms of successes in their lives. Later in their lives too, not so much when they were young, but when they, in their older life, they accomplished successes.
Well, I'm hearing the commitment to you is ever strong. So it feels like they're still, like when I hear that, it makes me feel like they're still with you. They're still guiding you. They're still very much a part of your existence, right? So their commitment to you is strong. They're still with you. They're still guiding you. Do you feel your mom a lot?
She came through yesterday, but not really. My grandmother and I had a more
tight bond,
soothing, relationship. In fact, when I appeared, it brought a disconnect between the two of them. I brought a wedge in between them.
Wow. Well, they're showing themselves together for me right now. For you, not for me, but for you right now.
Good. For them.
Yeah, good for them. It's good for everybody, because if there's good energy in the universe, then that's good for all of us.
I heard that. That's correct. That's definitely correct. And we need more good energy. Definitely.
We really do. We really do need good energy. It's like that idea of, like, if you know you're going to die, you guys, spiritually it's your obligation to get rid of all your junk before you die. Come to peace with it. That way, upon your death, you're not releasing all of the negative hatred, emotions, whatever it all is that's still bottled up inside. So deal with the shit, let it go, and die in peace. And we don't then have to breathe in your toxic energy after you die and you spew your stuff all over the universe. There you go. This public service announcement brought to you.
But Chris, why wait till you're getting ready to die? Why not do it while you're living?
I'm saying, like, if you exactly right. No, I mean, you're absolutely right, but I'm saying, like, if you haven't gotten around to it and you know now that you're going to die, because not everybody gets to know, right? But you know you're going to die, get with it and get it dealt with before you're gone, because you're just littering the universe with negative, bad energy if you die with it within you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But thank you.
We all know we're going to die at some point. We might as well go ahead and do it now, right?
Do it now. Well, that's very excellent. Like, that reminds me of the old, you say to somebody, okay, if you just found out that you have like 5 minutes left to live, and you have time to make one phone call, who are you going to phone?
That's right.
And so then, but then when they tell you who they're going to phone, that's when you say, so what are you waiting for?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly right.
The really hilarious thing is when somebody asked me that question, I was like, I would phone my own voicemail and leave a lengthy message of exactly what I want done.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly what I want done with what, and who gets nothing and who gets some. Like, that's what I would want to do.
I love it. That's a good start, because the self-talk is the essence of it all.
Absolutely. Well, Queen, I hope that helped. Please let me know.
It did.
I'd love to hear.
I will let you know when love comes. Love in the way that, but others have suggested it, so it's hovering around me in terms of But I say why only one? I don't want to settle for one. I want 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So therefore they can all make the puzzle be the way I want it to be. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. And thank you so much.
Thanks, Queen. I'm sure I'll talk to you again soon, and you take it easy, okay? Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Peace out.
Okay, peace out. Okay, we got suddenly 3 people now, so now we're going to have to pay attention. We got 2, 3 people. So let's go, and the next one was going to be, okay, Rachel's unmuted now, so go, Rachel. Go, Rachel. Go, Rachel.
Okay. Hi, Alea. Hi, Chris. I've just got a question. Yesterday, I was sitting at my desk working, and I've got a few security cameras up, and I've just recently lost my dog. She was run over, and so I thought I'd better, be a bit more diligent and keep an eye on these cameras around the house. And so I had the screen on with the cameras, and I'm working away, and this great big orb went through the camera. It shows the carport, so like this orb had come through the front yard, obviously, and gone through into the backyard. So can you do you know what's going on? Is there people around my house, spirits? It's like the new area of town. I mean, my house is, probably 30 years old, but I was just intrigued, that's all.
So did this happen before your pup passed away?
I don't know. She was barking a lot. Before she died, she was barking a lot. Like there was someone around, although I went out one night and it sounded like a baby fox or something went over the back fence. And I couldn't see. And I checked the other cameras and I couldn't really see what was going on. And I haven't noticed other orbs any other time. But yeah, she like right up until she died for a good 2 weeks, she was barking a lot. So I don't actually know if someone was around or whether there was just a fox. Well, there couldn't have been a fox because I have a chook that doesn't go in the chook pen. She lives in the beautiful big peppermint tree I have in the backyard, and she nests in the fork of that. And a fox could easily climb up and get her. So I can't believe that was a fox, although, people have, this is the time of year here in Australia that you have baby foxes around. So, yeah, there was a lot going on before she passed away.
Is she multicolored? Was she multicolored?
Yeah, she was a black and white border collie, but she was mainly black. She just had tiny bits of white on her, but her heritage was a tricolour. Yeah.
Okay. I saw the two colors. I saw the two colors especially. Okay. This is really strange. Because okay, so I feel like it's her. I feel like her presence is around you. I feel that is really strong. That may actually have been your orb. Okay.
Okay, right.
It feels like there's. I hate that it sounds really strange, but it feels like there's another animal there, like another animal spirit there. Did you have another dog that passed away that was like a white and almost like a white and like a Benji mixed color with white, brown, and black?
No. Minnie's the only dog I've had. Like I've had her for 7 years, and I was out in the wheat belt in WA here. And that's where we got her from a farmer out there. We brought her back to our farm. My husband and I split up. I moved into town about 5 years ago. And, yeah, I've just had Minnie that whole time, my black and white dog.
I feel her. Like, I feel her, but I also feel, like, I do feel like there's another, it's really strange. It feels like there's another animal around, and at least another animal spirit. You know what it almost feels like to me? It's this is what it feels like to me. It feels like you've got almost like a portal of energy on the property. But it doesn't feel like there's like any negative space. It doesn't feel like you have any really negative space there. It just feels like the way your property is situated, like it's sort of, I don't know if it comes from the bedroom down into the backyard, but that's sort of what it feels like to me. It almost zigzags from like a bedroom into the backyard. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's like, do you have a door leading out to your back?
Yeah, I've got, in the, off the family area, I've actually got 2 doors that go off this back room here. There's 2 doors.
That's what I'm seeing. That's because it almost feels like the layout of my own house, okay? And that's sort of what I'm seeing is like this, and I have 2 doors out my back, okay? And it's like a zigzag from the bedroom that comes out and into the backyard, and that is exactly what I'm seeing. Strange enough, do you do any kind of like magical working?
No, I don't. But I had a friend here a few weeks ago, and she sees spirits and things, but she just called in over a different matter. She just called in briefly to see me. And she walked into this back room, and my dog was still alive, and she said, You've got a lady sitting underneath that tree out the back. So that's why I wondered if I've got other spirits here. And then she had, I do. And then she had to leave, so I couldn't actually find out more information, if that makes any sense.
Do you have gardens out in the back? Do you like to garden? Do you have gardens out in the back?
Yeah, well, it's Australia, so we do all have gardens. Because I live in a country town, I actually have I suppose, quite a, I have a decent sized front garden, which is just mainly lawn and some roses. But out the back, it's very tranquil, and it's the peppy trees over here. Mine's got quite big because good soil. It's really big, and it shades the backyard, but it's very light and airy. It's not a heavy, cold, damp tree. It's a tree that light and air gets through, and I've got a beautiful climbing rose out the back, a nice bit of lawn. It's a very calming area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have very magical energy in that backyard. That's what I'm seeing. It feels to me, now this is going to sound strange when I say this, but it feels like fae kind of energy, which is why your plants, I think, are doing so well. And why
what kind of energy, sorry, did you say, Alea?
Fairy, like fairy energy.
Oh, fairy. Okay, yep.
Okay, yep. So I know that, like, when I say that, people are like, what? What are you talking about? But, it's their energy, we sort of think of, like, the little wings and all that, and it's not really that. There's they're sort of like spirit guides to the earth, right? Spirit guides to the plants, spirit guides to the flowers, spirit guides to the soil. And they're very much a very living energy, but they can feel the density of spirit. Like, I can feel like there's like some paranormal stuff going on. But what I think you have going on is I think you have this beautiful sort of spiral portal that's leading through the house into the backyard, or vice versa, from the backyard into your bedroom. So it feels like there's like you know what I feel? I don't feel like there's anything negative. Like, I don't feel like, actually, I feel like there's good energy there. Like, I feel like the energy feels not heavy, but pleasant. Like, I feel pleasant. I don't think there's any negative energy. I don't think it's anything that you really have to concern yourself with. I think it's more on the realm of a little bit more divine. Now, when you said this, that she saw a woman sitting out the back, I sort of got an image of like an older woman with an umbrella and like a dress sitting out there. So I don't know if that's what she saw, but that is exactly what I saw when you said that. I immediately got like an older woman with, like, back in the 1800s kind of dress, but with an umbrella. I saw that.
Right.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't feel like you're haunted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. No, with that, because just recently, a very dear close friend of mine passed away. Beginning of September, and I work for her son. That's how I've become close to her, and I've known her daughter for many years. And well, I just feel I'm just part of the family now. And she passed away, and it was all very sudden. So I did wonder if that lady under the tree was her. But if it's in an 1800s dress, well, that probably wouldn't be Millie. But it's not, no. And then we had a situation one night. Her daughter and I were here. My friend had come over, and we were just sitting in the front lounge room. And one of my guitars in this front room here just played one note on its own, and there was nothing near the guitar. Nothing fell on it. And my friend said, "Oh my God, I bet that's my mum." So. Yeah, because we were talking about, a situation we had, and we're trying to sort it out, and it was like she was telling us she was here. But yeah, so that's why I was wondering, because all of a sudden the orb, the guitar playing, my other friends seeing someone under the tree. I was just wondering what was going on.
Your friend is not there, but I think she is showing up in the sort of cliche kind of butterflies and dragonflies kind of symbolizations. So I like when you see like the butterflies kind of thing, I think that's her message to you. I don't know if she had sort of like I don't know if that was her thing, but I'm sort of seeing butterflies and dragonflies, right? But what I am seeing there, what I am seeing close to you, is a younger male spirit. So, and to me, this isn't someone who's like a recent passing. It feels like maybe 10 plus years. I'm seeing a younger male with sort of shaggy, dark hair, when I say brown, I would say dark brown hair. Hair 1 minute, hair 1 minute gone the next. Did you lose a good friend, like coming out of high school into your early 20s?
I mean, a few boys, you know, around town died, but they weren't close friends, you know, just in car accidents through being idiots.
Yeah.
They died. One guy I went to school with he died when we were in our 20s. He got hit by a train, but I wasn't close to him either, but he was in my class. Oh, when I was 25, a guy who I was close to was killed in a car accident near his family farm, and I've always been really close with his family, and like that just shattered me. That rocked me because he
fit that description of like the shaggy kind of brown hair.
Because he was very intelligent but very physical. Like he loved to get in on the farm and do the work, and he had olive skin and brown hair, and it was always like, it wasn't curly, but it was always a bit messy, and and he was always going 100 mile an hour, and and he come in and said goodbye to me before he went traveling to Europe, and gave me a big kiss and cuddle, and he said, I'll see you when I get home. And he came home, and the next morning he got up and he drove into town on his own, and I think he was coming to where I work to see me, but we were all on holidays, and it was on his way home that he was killed.
Was there a relationship between the two of you, or was there a real sort of kind of connection between the two of you? Because to me, this is someone who had an attractiveness to you.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe see, he went away for high school, but we always, you know, see each other and have a really good talk, and we got on really, really well. And about halfway through the period while he was away, my marriage broke up for the first time. And then I went to Europe, and I just so happened to be on the plane with one of his best mates, and this guy was going to London to see him, but I already had stuff organised. They had stuff organised, and I just said, and there was no mobile phones back then, so there was no way of catching up, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I was at his funeral. Just I've had a lot to do with his family, sisters, his nieces and nephews since.
He's close to you. He's close to you. I don't know if he's close to you. I feel a real deep connect. Was there abuse in your relationship? Was there like a sign of abuse or some kind of mental or physical abuse?
In my marriage?
Yeah.
Yes. Not physical abuse, or it might have been one little episode, but there definitely was like a emotional abuse.
A lot of emotional. It feels like you've grown really strong from that. I don't know. It feels like you've really healed a lot of that. I think some of it comes back sometimes, but it feels like you've come on to the other side of that, right?
Yes.
Very, very powerful stuff is happening. It feels like there's a lot of strength and resilience in moving forward. Well,
funny you should bring that up, because I actually had a phone call from my ex-husband last night, and he was doing the normal thing of, where are the kids? I can't get hold of this one. I can't get hold of that one, blah, blah, blah. And then in the middle of that, he turned around and said, he told me he still loves me, and I just think I've had a migraine ever since. Better
for you. Why do I keep hearing the I don't know if it's the letter K or the name K? Did somebody call you K? And your name's like, what was your name again?
My name's Rachel.
Why am I hearing K? It's like over and over and over and over and over and over again. I keep hearing K. So I don't know if it's like the letter K or the name K, but I keep hearing it over and over again.
Well, the guy that you said was close to me, Anton, that was killed on his family farm. His farm is called Candalee. That's the only. Yeah, his farm is Candalee.
That might be what I'm trying. This might be what he's trying to say.
Could be. I mean, the only other K is my ex-husband's father. His name was Ken, and we didn't have a very good relationship at all. He was a lot of my problems in my marriage as well.
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's. I felt more resonated when you said that, but it's almost like someone saying okay. Like instead of okay, it sounds like someone saying okay. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because Anton loved his farm, Candalee. It's a beautiful. It's like his mother is an amazing gardener, and it's like an enchanted garden, and the house and everything's fairly new. The property's been in his family for hundreds of years, but it's like an enchanted garden. It's like you are transported to a different world when you go to that property.
Yeah. You're very endearing to him. There's a very endearing nature between the two of you, and it feels very, very sweet, very loving. And he's there almost sort of guiding you. He's not there like a ghost or like like any kind of presence like that. But he pops in. So I feel like he's on your side. I feel like he's there talking to you, or just watching and making sure I'm protecting you. So please take his love and blessings too.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. That's so lovely, because I think of him often. Isn't that funny? I do think of him often. Yeah.
Because he's there. Because he's around.
Right. Yeah. That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So, okay, I don't need to worry about my ex-husband then giving me any more grief. No.
No. Just don't play into his web. Oh no, you don't need that. You deserve better than that.
Yep. Absolutely. Then no, that's good.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling, Rachel.
Yeah, thank you, Alea. That's brilliant. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, take it easy. I'm rushing because there's still 2 and there's only 10 minutes. So, Hey, Diane.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Alea.
Oh. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, okay. I see Mary Margaret just typed in the chat room they had to take like a little grandchild maybe to hospital. So I wonder what that's all about. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, her ears, okay. Like probably ear infection in kids, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, question? No time for...
Okay, I just wondered who is around me. I've lost 3 close friends in the last, 4 years, so I can tell there's someone around because my dog reacts. And used to be my cat, but my cat passed away, too.
Okay. You said there's a dog around you? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
No, well, I know that my dead cat passed away a month ago, and I can sort of smell him around me. My dog's sort of been acting funny, just for out of the blue, will just stare at the air and bark and things like that. So I know there's someone around, but, other than the smell of the cat, I'm not picking up on.
You know what I'm smelling? Is coffee. I'm smelling a very strong sense of coffee. Are you smelling coffee in the house?
Yeah, I smelled coffee in the kitchen a while ago. I mean, I'm always smelling stuff, but I smelled coffee, and I went, wait a minute, what is that? I was sniffing to see if it was a candle or anything, but I just smelled it. It came around me. And,
It's associated with a male. Is your dad passed?
Yeah, both my fathers passed away, yeah. I had to.
Okay. Okay. This one would have had a very strong love of coffee, and would have been older. I feel like an older gentleman. I feel like he's more older and had a very, could drink coffee all the time, right? I see him almost at the coffee pot. in a bathrobe. And like he might have had dark hair with like gray on the top. Does that resonate with you at all?
Yeah, that'd be my first father then, yeah. Well, both of them like coffee, but the other one not so much, and he was bald, so I guess just
yeah. But this guy feels like to me like he was there a lot of distance between the two of you?
Yeah, like 8,000 miles. He moved to the UK, and then he moved to Wales before he passed away.
Is there a lot of reasons to have a lot of healing between the two of you?
Yeah, a lot of abuse.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm really feeling that. Feeling like there's a lot of healing, and you know, it's really interesting what happens. Like when spirit does cross over, right? They get to see things through our perception, so that their own, and a lot of times they get to see the pieces that need to be healed, and they get to see how their lives made an impact on other people. And so they want to sort of facilitate that healing, and I think he's there for that reason. Was he sick for a long time?
Yeah, he was sick for, he had the really bad Alzheimer's for 4 years extreme, and then prior to that he was diabetic, and he should have lost his legs 3 times as well, so he had a lot of issues.
Well, I see him shuffling, like I see shuffling, right? And in that shuffling, it feels like I'm in my pajamas a lot. Like I see myself in my bathrobe, right? And it feels like someone who was just like, I don't know if he almost sort of like gave up. It's just like, you know, just tired, very tired is how I'm feeling.
Yeah, when I did go back, he was very depressed, playing life over and over in his head. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So, I almost feel like he's present because there needs to be this facilitation of healing, but more so because has there been others who have been like? Is there somebody else in your life right now that is sort of like that you need healing from right now?
Yeah, there's a few people. Yeah, well, yeah, one in particular. Yeah.
Yeah, because it almost feels...
You know, the one that was married to him, yeah.
Yeah. So it almost feels like that abuse has sort of like carried over into your life, right?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
And it's almost like, I want to say, you know, what are you willing to accept from people and what are you not, right? Because I think he's there to help you to stand up for your boundaries and stand up for yourself. I think like talking to him, and, like gain the memory around him that feels pleasant, one of the more pleasant memories around him. Because I feel like he has, and like just like allow yourself to go into that memory and allow him to become present in that memory. Because I feel like there's a lot that he needs to say in ways of healing to you. That I think only he can say and only you can receive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because I confronted him, you know, about what he had done, and he kept, you know, like denying it at the time. But actually, when I took a mediumship class, he actually took over one of the women's bodies and became her for a day. I mean, you know, she became him for a day, and then started poking the mediumship teacher and wouldn't leave him alone, sort of thing. So, okay, great. So it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's him. It really is. I think he's there to sort of facilitate that healing for you. Did you have a friend that died of cancer?
I had a friend that died of son.
Yeah, friend.
Son. Well, I lost a couple because I wasn't supposed to be able to carry, so they would have been his babies. Because my son is a twin. He survived, but he had a lot of surgeries. But I don't know. About. Well, I mean, I don't know of one that actually had cancer. It was during. Like
well,
after
I was seeing a younger male with cancer present.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that was, yeah. Okay. So, a
a
lot of love with you. A lot of love. I feel like I want to say, if you know how to connect to your dad, connect to him so that you can get this healing and get the forgiveness behind you and in your heart, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I have been thinking a lot every now and again, And actually, a box about a year ago showed up, and like I used to have so much junk writing, whatever. Opened it, and I found all these letters from him that I had hidden away or forgotten about. Didn't even know. Thought I'd thrown them all away, but yeah. So every now and again, I think maybe I should read them. That was the nice side. Always came out in the letters, right? So that's one way of connecting to. Yeah.
That's who's near you, honey. That's who's near you right now.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I wonder because he doesn't like dogs, so that would make sense because my dog's bark. And he was just afraid of dogs, you know what I mean? And all my animals would protect me, so he couldn't come near me when he'd start the beatings and stuff. So I was like, hey. They always, even the cats would attack him, which was kind of interesting. Not funny, but whatever. Well, that's good to know. I lost 3 friends. Who the heck could I thought maybe it was one of them, like younger people. But yeah. That's great. Well, thanks, Alea.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Have a good evening. Thanks.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for calling. I don't know. We got, what time is it?
It is 12.
It's what time? No, it's right on the dot. So, okay.
Yeah.
It's right on the dot. So we're going to have to get Jay next time.
Okay.
And so tell people where they can find you.
www.aleadawn.com.
Awesome.
When you go onto that site, you'll see a brand new program I'm offering. Meditation, 21 days. 21 days with me starting on Friday.
Awesome.
Love to have you on the journey.
Okay, thanks so much. And so we'll see you in December.
Yes,
Let's make sure we don't miss that one because it'll be the last one before Christmas.
I will, I promise.
All right. Okay, thank you, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with Melissa Bruce, the heavy metal psychic. And we'll see you all later. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure. How many times do I?